Guys, this is going to be a lesson on surface area of rectangular prisms. So we already did an activity where we were measuring the front, the side, and the top rectangle, right? Those were three rectangles. Then we had to double those because we know that a box has six faces, right? And that gave us the area. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and continue this lesson. And we're going to be looking at other ways of finding surface area. So in this one right here, I want you to follow along with the teacher made assignment that I have there for you guys. I know you're going to probably have to toggle back and forth. Sorry about that. So on number one, this 3D figure is called a cube. If you notice the bases, I went ahead and put them on the top and the bottom. And here it says that the shape of the bases, what shape are they? Well, it's a cube, right? So my bases, you want to look at let's see right here. I can choose a color. You want to look at these. Is it going to let me? No. Okay. So go ahead and click the box right here. And we know that the bases are square. So we're going to put square. Now it says down there that lateral area are the rectangular faces. Well, in this case, we know that the faces are not rectangles, right? They're squares, but a square is a type of rectangle. So lateral just represents when you look at the 3D figure on the right side that's yellow, the lateral sides are going to be basically the ones that wrap around the base. So the lateral area in this case, we're going to say that there are, let's see, there's going to be a total of 4 rectangular faces. And the name of the prism in this case is going to be called a cube. Okay? Now, depending on the name of the shape of the base, that's going to be the name of the prism. The thing is that a cube is the only one that's kind of different because everything is a square. You're not going to call it a square prism. No, right? We know it's a cube. So let's go ahead and move on to the next problem. So let's go ahead and look at this one. This one looks like a box. If we unwrap it on the left side, we can see that the two bases are rectangular. So the shape of the bases where the B's are rectangles, right? So we're going to put rectangle right there. Now, the lateral area, there's a total of how many of these rectangles that wrap around? So for those, let's see here. I'm trying to see if it lets me write, but it's not allowing me. So there we go. These right here are the lateral faces, right? Those are the ones that wrap around the figure, right? Those are the ones that wrap around. So the lateral area, we're going to say that there's a total of 4, right? And what's the name of this prism? So if you look at the bases, they are rectangles, so it's called a rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. So again, depending on whatever your B is, that's the name of the prism. Let's go to the next one. So on number 3 right here, we can see that the bases are going to be triangles. So the shape of the base is a triangle. So go ahead and put that answer right there. Now, if you notice, you have your two bases already. So these are the bases. These are the bases. So then the lateral area are going to be these. These are your L's. Those are your lateral areas. And how many are there? Well, I see 3 rectangles, right? So then we're going to say that the lateral area, there's a total of 3 rectangular faces right there. And those are the ones that wrap around the base. So what's the name of this prism? You want to look at the bases. They're triangles. So it's called a triangular prism. All right, so let's go to the next one. Okay, so what's the shape of the base? So the shape of the base, there's 5 sides. We call that a pentagon. Now, a pentagon has how many rectangular faces? There's one. Let's see here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rectangular faces, right? That's your lateral area. So what's the name of this prism? You want to look at the bases. It's a pentagon. So then we're going to call this a pentagonal prism. Okay? All right, let's move on to number 6. What is the shape of the base? So there's 6 sides, right? We call that a hexagon. And look at all the rectangles that wrap around the hexagon. How many rectangular faces do you see? That's the lateral area. So I see a total of 6 rectangular faces. So then what's the name of this prism? The shape of the base is called a hexagon. So if you look at your choices here, which one would you choose? Hexagonal prism. Okay? All right, let's go to the next one. So I want you guys to look at the formula here. We know that on the left side, we have a prism and we have cylinder. And then on the top, you see that there's lateral. So that means only the area that goes around the bases. And the total represents all of the area. So I want you guys to read this right here and choose the correct formula that you would use. So it reads, to find the lateral surface area of a prism, so lateral surface prism, which formula will you need to use? All right, so we know that it's a prism, so I need to use this area. And then I know that it's lateral, this one. So then this is the formula we're going to use. So go ahead and choose that one. And that's the correct answer for this one. Let's go to the next one. All right, so on the next one, go ahead and read it. To find the lateral surface area of a cylinder, which formula will you need to use? Lateral surface area, that's this one. And it says cylinder. That's cylinder. So then which formula are you going to use? You should be using this formula right here. So let's go ahead and choose the answer. And it's going to be the third one right here. If you notice, it has a pi next to the 2. And that's going to be this one right there. I couldn't put the symbol. I'm sorry about that. All right, next one. To find the total surface area of a cylinder, which formula will you need to use? Total cylinder. So we're going to use this formula right here. And that's going to be your biggest, longest formula. So this is the answer that we're going to put. Number 10. To find the total surface area of a prism, which formula are you going to use? Total surface area of prism. So a prism, total, there's the formula you're going to use. And we're going to choose this answer right here. Okay, so we're almost done, guys. We're halfway there. On number 11, it just says surface area of a cube. The length of each side is 4 centimeters. Label the cube below with the correct length. So that means that this is 4 centimeters. This is 4 centimeters. This is 4 centimeters. Ta-da! Let's go on to the next one. Find the perimeter of the net of the cube at all the sides. So a net is when you flatten it out, right? So we got to label each side as 4 centimeters. So we're just putting 4 centimeters all the way around. If you notice, every little side is worth 4 centimeters. Okay, so how many times are we going to have to add the 4 centimeters or because we want to find the perimeter around the net, right? In this case, we're going to either add the 4 or you can multiply the 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so what is 14 times 4? It's the same thing as adding the 14 times, but that'd be crazy, guys. You're going to add it 14 times. It's too much. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So the perimeter is 56 centimeters. So we're going to go ahead and put that that's the perimeter of the net, and here's your answer. Alrighty. All right, so you guys know how to find perimeter. Now it says here, find the area of each square given that each side length is equal to 6 centimeters. Use the formula length times width. Okay, so that means that all the squares are the same size. And it says that the side length is equal to 6, right? So I'm going to put 6 down here and 6 right here. So guys, what is 6 times 6? 6 times 6 is 36. That is the area, which is this one, of each square. So if you know the area of one square, then you know the area of all the squares, right? So we're going to put 36 in all of them. So let's go ahead and add up the total areas. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, right? So we can multiply. You can either add 36 6 times or just multiply, in this case, 36 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is the total surface area of this net right here. There's your answer. Okay? So again, all we did is we multiplied 6 times 6 because that was the length of the square. We got 36. And we know that all the squares are the same size. And then you just found the surface area. All right, so in this section right here, it says find the area of the net for the rectangular prism on the left. So over here on the left side is the 3D figure. Over here on the right side is the net. So let's go ahead and find out what is the total surface area. So that means that you're going to count all the blue little squares. So let's go ahead and count it. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Almost there. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So we're going to put 38 as the total. There it is. So lateral surface area, remember, are the rectangles that wrap around, but not including the bases. So we're going to go ahead and not include these guys that I'm erasing. We're not including these. So each base has 3, right? And then there's 2 bases. So that means that there's a total of 6 squares that I'm not going to include, right? So I'm just going to subtract 38 minus 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. And then 3. So the answer is 32. And voila, there it is, guys. Remember, total is always going to be bigger than lateral. Okay, let's move on. So this is how you find surface area, right? It was kind of easy. But what if they just give you a picture with the measurements, like this box right here, that has a height of 4 centimeters. The bottom is your length and your width, right? So what if that happens? Well, if that happens, then we're going to use this formula right here. Okay? So find the area of the rectangular prism using the... So we're going to go ahead and find the perimeter first. So P is perimeter. So let's find the perimeter of the bottom part. The perimeter is located right there. Okay? So the perimeter, it says right here, let's go ahead and click on the box. I know that the bottom is 3 and 1, right? So we're going to click right here. 3 centimeters is one of them. 3 centimeters is another one, right? Because on the opposite side of this little guy, there's another 3 over here. And then the next one is going to be 1 and 1. So that's represented by right here, this guy and this guy. And well, all we're going to do is, you know, you can just add them. So what's 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1? You're going to get 8. And let's go ahead and move on to the height. What's the height of your box? So the height's purple. It's going to be 4. So I'm going to put 4. Okay. Now, how do you find the area of the base that's green? So it's a rectangle, and we're just going to do length times width. So here you're going to put length times width. And well, the length is how long it is, right? So it's 3. And the width is going to be 1. So guys, what's 3 times 1? Well, it's just going to be 3 centimeters squared. Okay. So now, we already have all the documentation that we need. So now we're going to look at the formula right here. So the formula is perimeter times the height plus 2 times area of your base. So look at how simple this is. What was your perimeter? So if we look over here, the perimeter was 8 centimeters, right? That was the distance around the green rectangle at the bottom. So we're just going to put 8 centimeters right there. What was your height of the prism? 4 centimeters right there. Plus 2 times, remember there's 2 bases. There's one on top and the bottom. So what was the area of the bottom one? It was 3 centimeters squared. Now the simple math, guys. What is 8 times 4 plus 2 times 3? Go ahead and put this in your calculator. 8 times 4 plus 2 times 3. All right, so hopefully you got, look at all your answer choices here. Hopefully we got this one, 38 centimeters squared. And that is it, guys. You just found the surface area of this rectangular prism. Okay? All right, so let's go to the next one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do number 6 with you guys. And then after we do this one, you guys are going to be responsible for doing the last one. Okay? So we're going to find the area of the net of the rectangular prism on the left. So let's go ahead and find total surface area, which means we're going to go ahead and count all of them, right? So I'm going to start with the bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That is your total, so we're going to put 32 right there. Okay, now we're going to do lateral. Remember, lateral, we don't include the bases. And if you notice, there's 6 in each base. So we're not going to include these right here. So I know that total was 32. What's 32 minus 6 and 6? That's 12. 2 minus 2 is 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. So we're going to put 20. And there it is. That's the answer for this problem. All right, let's go to the next one. So here is the same box. Let's go ahead and start with perimeter. Now, if you notice, the perimeter of the base, that's why it's a capital P, is down here at the bottom. So I already went ahead and put 2 and 2. That's this one right here. 2 and 2. So what are the other numbers? Here they are. Boom, boom. So let's go ahead and put 3 and 3. So what's the perimeter around this box? 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 and 3 is 6. 4 plus 6, 10. Very good. That's the perimeter. Okay. What's the height of the box? It's purple. 2. Boom. Okay. Now, the bottom of the box for the area of the base is length times width, right? So put length times width. So what's the length? We know that it's 3 centimeters long, right, at the bottom. So you're going to put 3. And then the width is 2. So what's 3 times 2? It is going to be 6 centimeters squared. Very good. Okay, we have all our data, guys. Let's go ahead and look at our formula here. And let's just plug in. So what are you going to put under the P for perimeter? 10 centimeters. What are we going to put under the height? 2 centimeters. What are we going to put under the capital B? 6 centimeters squared. And do the math, guys. Or you can even do mental math if you want. What's 10 times 2? On the calculator, you would put it like the way you see it. You're going to type 10 times 2 plus 2 times 6. And it'll give you the answer. If you want to do it in your head, what's 10 times 2? 20. What's 2 times 6? 12. What's 20 and 12? When you add it together, 32 centimeters squared. And there you go, guys. That's how you do it. So you guys are going to be responsible to do the rest. You're going to do 18, 19, and slide 20. Okay? By the way, slide 20 is going to be a mission, right? Make sure you give me at least 3 to 4 complete sentences, guys. I want periods on there. All right, good luck. These are going to be graded, the ones that you're responsible for doing. So good luck on that.